MercuryTrade is almost the story of success for a third-party application. I'm here today to shed some light on its development, behind the scenes, and of course, the numbers. Mercury is a god of trade, travelers, and messages, which I found really fitting, was conceived as a child of dissatisfaction and longing for a slightly better life. The first prototype proved being unbelievably useful, and as we tested it among our group of friends, the decision was made to publish it for the open community to enjoy. It took about 10 iterations to reach the final design before our official public launch at the start of the Legacy League in March of 2017. We easily reached the top of the Path of Exile subreddit, and just to give you an idea how overwhelming the attention was, you probably don't know, but back then you could download updates through the app itself using a private server. Well, after the first 1,000 concurrent users, it started to crack, which was the very first week. We also had 5,000 users on its second league and up to 50,000 on its third. So after that, it was no longer operational. This is relevant because after that point, we couldn't really track the exact number of people using the application. But aside from human proclivity for watching numbers grow, there was no practical necessity. What we could see though is the spikes up to 50,000 downloads during season starts for more than a year. At this point it's a hard guess, but it would be more reasonable to assume definitely more than 200,000 players used the application over the years, while the center of the distribution might be floating around 300,000. The community was helping out with feedback and bug reports. I personally tried to help every individual over our Discord and even personal Reddit, and after another year of adding new features and general polishing, the app was considered finished and its development has been discontinued. MercuryTrade is still alive and works as intended. During the first week of this league, for example, Heist, GitHub detected about 2,000 new downloads, which is still quite a decent amount because since it's not being updated anymore, there is no reason to re-download it if you already have it. Unless of course you are either a new user or have deleted it. Time spent. We are a two-person team, etofok and Exile. I took on the promotional video and sounds, writing all the English texts, general user support, and I was also organizing all the feedback into reports. Basically everything to streamline the development process and to ensure a good launch. So for me that was about 100 hours. Exile wrote flat out all the code, drew all the icons, generally was working on it as a main developer for about 500 up to 600 hours. Community support. We have not established any monetization aside from a single link leading to a one-time PayPal donation. Over the course of the past 3.5 years, or 14 league cycles, MercuryTrade has generated about $1,300, from which I personally got around $50. My YouTube is not monetized due to its low subscriber count. Please subscribe, and I would expect some people generating more revenue from showcasing the app than I did from working on it. Here I want to stop and want to take responsibility for what I do think is a mistake of mine, because I didn't set up something like a Patreon page at the time, which would have been absolutely perfect for such a task. And needless to say, the lack of proper monetization is what eventually led to abandonment of any further development, and many potential features have not come to be. Path of Exile is already complicated enough of a game to spare any effort on dealing with its potential shortcomings. MercuryTrade has been alleviating a bit of that headache since its very inception, and I'm sure it improved overall experience for many players. I want to appreciate you guys for taking part in this story. Again, if you want to thank us back, I'll be leaving a PayPal link in the description below so you can chip in, and in meantime I wish you a good one. I'll be updating on what's coming up next soon.